Right, so good evening to you. Our viewers and listeners, join us live. This is your news network. I hope you're all well there. COS scams are on the rise. As we know, COS scammers have continued to amass a lot of money, and a documentary by the Bloomberg publication exposes this scam like on a large scale. Scams are a large scale chayo chayo kuti ari kuenderera. Scams are to the level that has gotten people lose tens, some hundreds of thousands, some 200,000. Are you one of those people who have lost money? Are you a victim of scams, of COS scams? And if you are, we're giving you a live link to speak right now. Are you a victim? Yema scams yourself. Here is a link to join. If you are, okay, here you go. Okay, so are you a victim of scams, of COS scams? Have you been scammed yourself or what? Talk to us if you have. We've got a man who is called Michael Hungwe, who who is on video, is on camera somewhere in West Midlands, and we have posted his picture on the news network because it relates to money that he obtained just last week, a few days ago, last week, and it's not small money. Mazimari, mari, anupinda nekuseri. And Michael Hungwe, he was captured on video, and around that time, Mr. Brown, who is in the documentary, the Bloomberg documentary, looked for him, and when he posted, he showed me messages threatening him, and a few other people also showed us messages being threatened over COSs. Now, are you one of those people who are being threatened of COSs or what? So quickly, while we are on this, while we're speaking on this, and we're waiting for people to dial in, call in, and tell us about what COS troubles they have encountered, we have had a case where recently the documentary itself, a lot of people could not access it. How many have watched the documentary? Makai watch the documentary. We're waiting for Mr. Brown. His phone was failing earlier on. I was hoping that he would just come in and yeah, tell us about the threats that he was getting. But then around the time the documentary was aired, a lot of people wanted to know what exactly is happening here. Chichirikuitika. And who is this Tendai that is being talked about? But more so, how do we, I mean, you as a victim, get get to have my story or my plight aired, just like all the others have had theirs aired. And so there was a link that people could not find. This is the link to the YouTube account of the Bloomberg website. And link E, paya vanhu pavakatadza kuiwana link class is coming in. Hi class, how you doing? Class, can you hear me? Is it class or obs? Sorry, obs. Did you say obs?
It's Obs Baba Madi.
Mushe kurse.
Aiwa boze kuti ameneko.
I don't know, could right, thanks. Yeah, I'm hoping that you're going to tell us your own COS story, correct?
No. I just want to participate for now and listen to others speak, or probably you can just give me an introduction. Then now,
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
because yeah.
I wanted to know so that I can allocate your slot. So those who are on video, we've given you a link there. So
Yes.
yeah. So around that time, what happened was people could not access the link to the Bloomberg website's YouTube account. And the reason why they could not access it, it was because a man who plucked out the entire documentary and put it on his Facebook page, a man called Hopo Chingono, who had plucked the entire footage, erased the entire 34 minutes long of video footage. He did not share the link to uh, to the to the original productions portal, and so he was gaining the views. So you will notice that people even started saying that a documentary, yeah, Hopewell. I mean, I had some people even calling me and saying, "Look, documentary, yeah, Hopewell Simba, yeah." And what turned out when we checked with the producers of this documentary was that they had no association whatsoever with Hopo Chingono. And that documentary was plugged yese, akaridzura rese, akabva angoriisa vari bike and literally placated it onto his Facebook page. So people were watching the entire production on his Facebook page, but they were not going to the Bloomberg website where the original clip is and where the story is, where they can also interact with the producers. Now, are you one of those people who went into that confusion? Because some of you, when you told us, what we then did is we called in, we asked people like Mr. Brown, we asked the producers to give us clarity. What is going on here? And they told us that their entire clip rakadzurwa rese rakangoindiswa uku rakadaro. And so when that happened, it turned out that people were watching documentary uku, but vanga vasingatombo indi ku Bloomberg. And so people started engaging only with Hopo Chingono's page instead of the producers. Now, if you are in this business of documentary filmmaking, like myself, or any other, even if you're just a blogger, you will know how expensive it is to make a documentary. It's not cheap, especially one that takes you 6 months to make, like that one. If someone takes Akadzura like that, obangorisa papeji rake, that person, even if they put a link, but hopo anga asina kana kutomboisa link. So my producers, they got scammed. They got scammed na hopo chingono. Now some people will say, but it was awareness. Zvaibatsira. Yanga it is scam. And I'll tell you where it is. Because Hopo Chingono himself is someone who confesses to immigration offending. He actually publishes that he is an immigration offender. I'm not putting an allegation on him. I'm taking from Drukutora Zunzakanyora ear, where he has been encouraging the sabotage of airports, beginning with one on the 29th of April 2024. If you go on his Facebook page, you see post that he wrote in Shona, where he actually encouraged, he coordinated airport sabotage, immigration sabotage. And some people who read well what he was posting tried to correct him and say, look, how can you do that? Iwewe uri a journalist, an anti-corruption journalist, and you are in. So he's someone who actually does this. When someone who does that then plucks out a documentary that is exposing immigration corruption, what that person has done, they have unlawfully taken content isiri yavo. Now we're talking about someone who is engaged, publicly engaged in in misleading members of the public on immigration issues, and who even, and then now he is now hosting an entire full investigation. Can you understand the business damage to the producers? I haven't even yet gone into deeper things that Opo Chingono is involved. I'm still at the level of talking about things that he has been advertising. Zahar. And so at that level, the producers ordered him to remove that video. And so if you go on his Facebook page, you'll notice that the video has since been removed. And it has been removed from his page. And only a link now has remained. The reason is Hopewell Chingono unlawfully plucked out that documentary and put it on his page in a misleading way, a way that misrepresents both the subject and the producers in a very, very prejudicial way. But it's not the first, by the way. There have been many such cases that have been happening since 2008, including the first documentary that he made an embassy official to write a letter for him claiming that he was in fear of persecution from ZANU-PF. So there are two journalists, two male journalists, whose content he took from a computer that they were sharing. And then he went and he won an award. After that, he then went and he caused a British embassy official to write a letter for him. So there is also a next incident that happened in 2009 involving his boss, former boss, Jeff Nyarota, who reveals that Opo Chingono deleted own documentary. So there is a pattern here, and the pattern yakatanga kudara. Right now, as I'm telling you folks, officially, Mukomana has been ordered to remove the video that he had posted, and that with which he nearly scammed the entire documentary by making representations that are prejudicial to the producers. And so this is what it is. People should not be misled by someone who has got 3 identity cards and now is pretending to be a an honest person who is deeply concerned with immigration law breaking. So quickly, this is what it is, folks. I just thought I can catch up. I know I've got over 165 people on video here. I'm hoping that we can interact and we can just have a short conversation so people get to know. Obo Chingon has got nothing to do with those producers, nothing to do with that investigation. And he himself was ordered to remove that video. And so this is fact. And people should not be misled. neither get intimidated by him and think that you cannot report him because he is associated with those people. He's not. Okay, so quickly, let's just hear from people. Hi, Comfort. Good evening.
Hi, Simba. Good evening.
Great,
Wow.
great having you. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
too.
I just had to share this briefer so people get to acquaint themselves with what has just happened. And what we have here, yeah, is a case where someone, as you can see, tried to benefit and to associate himself with an investigation that he had no part in. And
Simba.
yeah.
Hmm. You know what this reminds me of is when Gold Mafia came.
Hmm.
One of the first people I saw interview Ashamaripa SABC was watching one, and I was shocked.
Mm.
I was shocked. My ethics and journalism was Zimbabwe. I can say, how does someone go and talk about a documentary that they had no part in, absolutely no part in? Um, if I were him, I probably would have been like, I'll refer to the person who was in this documentary. No, sometimes you can say no comments. So I was shocked because I know the time you had put into that documentary.
Mm.
Um, are you saying this is kind of the similar thing? And then also the Jeff Nyarota. That's one of the first documentaries I saw Hopewell. I got to witness. I actually believe that was his work. And I wonder how many people have watched that documentary where he muted the late Jeff Nyarota's voice and then made it seem like that was his production. Are you saying, Simba, this is kind of similar?
It's very sad, but in Jesus Akaita, I guess maybe it's even worse this time because he took an entire documentary within minutes, if not seconds. He ripped it out. By the way, the producer told me he ripped out our video. you know, he ripped it out. Akaidzura. That's what they said there. He ripped out, yeah, our video. And then so how are these people going to be paid? How are all these hardworking journalists going to be paid when you have taken the entire video and people are watching it on your Facebook account instead of the YouTube account of Bloomberg? These hardworking journalists were on the ground in Zimbabwe, in UK, wherever this documentary was shot. Vacha Badar was there. How are they going to get paid?
Was he at least decent enough to tag? Did he even tag them? Or he took away all
Oh,
the
yeah,
tags?
no, he did not. He did. He just mentioned at first, but he did not put the link. He only later on put the link after 30 minutes, and then but still spent another day with the video online, the full video, 33 minutes on his page, a clip that he has no association with. So the entire production. So people were watching everything per page back. And so they're practically associating everything on his page. Yep.
Yeah. So I got home. um, yeah, it's quite sad. It's very very sad. And then as Zimbabweans will keep, I think a lot of people will keep saying, Zimbabwe, you just beef na hope, you're jealous, competition, as it calls you a hater. But for me personally, I'm seeing these patterns. Because I got to go, I went back to Jeff Nyarota's documentary of Jestinam Koko, and I saw what happened there. I actually believed that was his production, that was his work. And then when I went back to face the dots, I was like, oh my god. And
Mhm.
then again, I'll repeat with the Gold Mafia. You would have thought he was part of the production team because he was, I know he talks about anti-corruption, which in itself is just really sarcastic. But yeah, it's quite sad, Simba. It's quite sad. Um, I'm glad that he I don't know if you can go back and see that he's removed it. Um, can you talk about the financial repercussions that it has, like you said, on the young journalists on the ground when this kind of thing happens from someone who's got such a followership?
No, it's the financial repercussions are really serious, really, really serious. I've got there Kasten Mandizidza. Kasten Mandizidza, I don't know where you went to school. I don't know if you are a journalist. I don't know which profession you are. A person who has done work needs to be paid. Okay, get it right. If you do work, you produce something, and a person takes the entire copy within seconds of you producing it and puts that content on their Facebook page, and they do not put a link, they have stolen your intellectual property. We're talking about intellectual property here. Someone's work that they spend 6 months investigating and risking their lives investigating scammers, flying to Zimbabwe and back to Europe, and then an individual who calls themselves award winning, plucks the entire production and posts it on their page. I mean, isn't that shameful? Hamusi kuona munyadzi yacho, hamusi kuona here kuti ibehavior inoda kugadziriswa iyoyo. Iye ane 56, kuna amwe vana majournalists vane 21 years old. 21 years. They need to be paid also. They need to be paid a salary. For basa ravakaita iri rekuinvestigata masiyo escam. Vachabhadharwa sei? Iwo waritora. Eh? Vachabhadharwa seiko? Iwo watora chinhu chese wachidzura wachiisa Facebook pako. Because when the video is on the Bloomberg website, on the Bloomberg YouTube account, it generates money to pay the salaries. So that is what Hope Watching did. Ndizvo zvakaita ndokuskama kwakaita uku, kuskama a whole documentary production team of their own production. 6 months of work. Is it not 7 months since last year? Zvatovharana. Chinhu chatoenda chese. Chatoenda yese. So that is what it is. Mm. And then so someone says, siyana nazvo. Ndosiyana nazvo iwe uchiona kuti hausi kuona kuti itheftere. Vana vedu vanobhadharwa sei? Uda kuti vana majournalists vazoenda kuBritain kunogeza chembere. Majournalists vari kumusha ava vakaita basa iri vazoenda kugeza chembere. Apo munhu wanenge agara achinwa whisky. Ndiye anobva amhanya kunoapply for maawards ekunzi da kunzi anti-corruption activist. Ndiye obhadharwa mari. Vana vadiki vachisara kana vasina kana sendi. What type of practice is that? Anzvadzi. Unozva kuti maZimbabweans anombotishurirawo man.
But hapana kuto
You have muted. Eh, regai ndikuratidzei panapa v11 iriri. Mubva matoona kutoti ndozvakatoitika izvizvi. Ukaenda pafacebook page yake motoona kuti mukomana wachona akatozobvisa malinks achona, akazobvisa vhidhio rachona sori, akazosiya malinks chete, asi vhidhio akaribvisa. Akasiya malink aripo, akazosiya YouTube link yaanga aexcluda before, ndoya akazosiya iripo. Saka that is Hopewell Chingono for you. Zvaari mabasa aposho. Hi, Lindy. Lindy, can you hear? Okay, Lindy, are you in? Okay, Lindy's not here. Okay. Obs, is it say? Do you want to? Obs, are you there? I've got Lindy here who had joined in. Right, let me do this. Right. Obs, you can say something, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, yeah. So tell me, are you
So
a victim of COS here?
no, not actually. I just want to speak about Hope Chingono because I mean the dude is something else, man.
Tell me.
Yeah, I personally never liked Hope Chingono because the way he handles our country's issues is unpatriotic. Can you please reduce the volume for me there? So he is unpatriotic to Zimbabwe. As a citizen and as a guy who's born in Zimbabwe, I would expect one to be very loyal to your country and to your roots. So yes, I know him from way back in those days of Jof Nyarota and all those days. So it is come to my mind that, and I've come to the conclusion that he is not really working for the good of our country. I mean, I can put a whole lot of issues and articles that he's been reporting on record, but then the dude is all about himself. You see, he's always about enriching himself. It's not really the youth that he claimed to represent. I mean, he's 56, almost 56, or closer to 60, as he says. As you have just mentioned it yourself, he's more like 56. Yeah. So then he's not really giving the youth any benefit or any help in terms of his reporting, especially the youth of our country, like as a Zimbabwean myself. So this is nothing new, honestly speaking. Like for me, Hope Chingono is just one of those guys who are just there to do their work, journalism, benefit yourself. And I'm thinking he's an agent also of some sort, representing some outside state. And I would like to label him as a terrorist, if I may. He's actually a terrorist, or I don't want to say a regime change agenda. There's no, like, yeah, that would be like me being nice, but he's a terrorist because he's just causing confusion in our youth, causing confusion in our everyday lives with his news. Now that he's abroad, he's just trying to sow that seed again. So I honestly don't like his reporting. I want to put that on record. And he blocked me already because I was trying to talk to him. I started to send him messages on his inboxes, questioning his reporting and all that, with evidence. Also, like, you report this. I've also seen this article on this page. etc and stuff like that, then you will not answer back. When you have proof Hope Chingono doesn't answer you, he will block you. You see, like he wants
Uh-huh.
those. Yeah, he doesn't really answer to people who've got proof on his pages and on all those articles. He just want to come there accusing the president, throwing shade on the government and all that bullshit that he does. But if you come there with facts, he'll block you. So I don't
Yeah.
like him. I don't speak like this, but I don't like him honestly, because I've tried to talk to him, also engage with him in a good way. But the dude is just something else. He's a terrorist, like I said. I want to call him a terrorist tonight. He's working against our country. He's working against the agenda of the government of Zimbabwe. We are trying to push together as a people. He's trying to pull us back. You understand? So
Mm.
whatever he's
What
doing overseas, there where
myself?
he is.
Mm. Myself, you know what my biggest shock. You know what my biggest shock was?
Yeah.
Can I shock you? My
Yes,
biggest
can you?
shock was
You can.
discovering that Hopewell is something which is in the opposite of what he has been doing. This
Mm,
was to me, this to me, my brother, was a shock.
mm, hmm. Go on.
I always used to publish because, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can.
I used to publish, yeah, I
Mm,
used to publish Hopewell many times because I genuinely thought that he was being persecuted at one
yes.
time by ZANU PF at one time,
Hmm. Hmm.
until certain pieces started putting together.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I discovered that even ZANU PF itself is the other way around, it is him
Mm,
who is using ZANU PF, who is in fact out to just destroy everything, particularly institutions. And do you know what I discovered later on, which shocked
oh,
me?
tell me about it.
Yeah, was that Hopo is not even called Hopo Chingon.
Hmm. Hmm. He's what? What's his name?
Can you hear me?
Go. What? I can hear you.
I don't know if it is me who has lost signal.
Yeah. That's what. That was you there.
Sorry?
I can hear you now, but I think it was your network just breaking down.
Yeah. So what shocked me was when I discovered that there's no one who is called Hopo Chingon.
Hmm.
Yeah. When I
Not even in
discovered that this
Zimbabwe.
anywhere in the world that this man actually has got three identity cards
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
three totally different names. You know what?
Hmm.
Before you do anything, before you say anything,
Mm,
if you find a person who has got
yeah.
three IDs with three different names,
Hmm. He cannot be trusted.
already, Ayawaka, already you have got enough paper trail to understand that a person is involved in some sort of obfuscation operations.
Mm. Yes. 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 Very
Ma
true. I
operations
agree with you.
eku varavara.
Uvarawan. Uh.
And the
Uh.
worse when that person lies to you that the British embassy
Mm,
did a police clearance on him.
on him.
When a simple Google search will tell you that a British embassy does not conduct any police clearances.
Oh. Okay.
It
Okay.
doesn't. It doesn't. A
Yeah.
Google
Yeah.
search will show you they've been
They
making
don't do that.
announcements. Yeah. But this guy uses journalism to make people believe that he was criminally records checked. And
Uh.
the people end up believing. So already, do you know what? Yeah, before you see anything,
He,
before you ask anything, work with
mm-hmm,
those three documents, the three
mm-hmm.
IDs, right?
Yes.
And the letter that he claims is a police clearance. Already,
Oh yeah.
those they're enough to tell you that this man is an immigration offender.
Yeah. He is definitely one.
So it just tells you this person is not who he is. It doesn't matter kuti munhu even if he had a doctorate in
Mhm,
medicine, right?
mhm.
A doctorate in journalism, a doctorate
Mhm.
in geography, okay? Right?
Yes, but the
And
moment we discover that it's got three different identities, then
that's enough.
that's where,
Saka muntu
yeah, yeah,
unecheke, that's enough.
yeah, yeah. The thing is been causing a whole lot of confusion, man. Like, we're trying to be a people, like I said. Can you still hear me there?
Yes, I can hear you. Continue.
Yeah. So, like I said, we as Zimbabweans, we're trying to be a people. First things first, right? Like I'm taking
Mhm.
Hope all the way back. And from his those days of him being a dancer, DJ, and all what. I mean, those were my heydays. I was born in the 80s myself. I'm a youngster. Like I'm getting to 40 now, a few years to 40, like 2 more years or one. So I know Hopewell from way back. But I used to believe in him and his reporting and his articles and all that. So, but I don't know along the way. So what happened to him, or where did he get lost, or who bought him? But I can tell you for a fact, the guy has been bought for by some foreign government to work against Zimbabwe. That's one thing for a fact, man. And I don't have anything personal against him. But when you touch my country, I think it becomes also personal, because this is my home. This is my place. So when push comes to shove, this is where everybody lies. My great grandparents, my grandfathers, my grandmother, and everybody else. At the end of the day, this is where we come back, and then we say we are home. So for Hopewell to go against all that, and him claiming to be educated, holding a doctorate or whatever he's got in journalism, he should have known better. You know what I mean? So working against Zimbabwe, I'll repeat again, has made me realize that this guy is an enemy, not of the state, but of me as a Zimbabwean. And if, yeah, like vana vembwa havasvinure musi umwe chete, mazimbabwe ese achasvinura, handiti vachazongoona pakupedzisira kwazvo kuti okay, this is where we get it wrong, this guy has been just fooling us around. Maybe he's just trying to make a living, but not with our land, man, not with where we come from. This is us. So I don't want to go through his articles. Like I said, like he's got a whole lot of articles that I can mention, and this one, that the recent one that you are mentioning about now, I'm not a victim of this one, but I'm a victim of Hopewell's reporting over the years. Like ever since day one, I've been listening to him, and I think it's high time we just come on the platform. That's why I come here by you. I used to say, no, I think Simba got something personal with Hopewell, like you're in a competition or some sort. But thank God I never come out live like this and say it to your face. But now I'm coming out here telling you that, you know what, you are actually right. That's why I come up here to say Simbaji Kanza is actually right, reporting all these things that he was telling us about Hopewell Shungono, his identities, remember those the card fraud that he was doing on all those things, his criminal records. You are actually right. I just want to emphasize on that the people may know. So thank you so much for giving me this platform. I must take my seat back and listen to other speakers. Hello? Somebody said it. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, myself, I can hear you well.
We can hear you
Mm,
now.
mm.
Younger and Beta, it was a little bit static, but now it's fine.
Okay, yeah. So, okay. You
Yeah,
guys can
I
carry
think
on
there's something.
then. So,
Mhm. Yeah, I think Andrade is just she's just come on as well. Are you? Yeah, you in comfort? I can't see you.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Oh, beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. I totally lost you. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, yeah, Inini, my 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 interest on this matter was mainly about accountability. about accountability. That's all. Accountability about
Yes, yes, yes.
who is
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Who is this person? You know, every person. If a person walks into a hospital and says that they are a doctor, they want to treat someone
mm,
at Bahrain, you don't allow
mm,
them through the doors before assessing that this is who they say they are on their badge, and you're verified that they can
yes,
truly treat people. It's the same thing with journalism. Muna auyi ne ID and expect people to just accept you. Mm. Hi, Andrazi, comfort, are you in?
Hi Simba. Hello my brother. It's good and refreshing to hear from your perspective. It definitely shows me that you're a thought leader. You know, you're independently thinking for yourself. And I think this is what's the
mm,
missing link with a lot of Zimbabweans. We don't like to go into the discomfort of analyzing who's this
yeah,
person. It sounds like you have some history. And it sounds like you've been going back and forth and doing your own investigation. Um,
yes,
and so yeah, it's disheartening when I keep hearing Zimbabweans, saying reducing and watering down Simba's work to you're jealous, you're rivals. They're not rivals. Simba gave us the
mm,
gold mafia, right? And
yes,
Hopo ran with it and took all the interviews. We saw Hopo
yes,
getting
yes,
an
yes.
award from Qatar right after Simba had put in work in the documentary. So these are the kind of patterns we're just discussing here. But I don't know. Do you think Kanjadzi? Do you think Mazimbabweans akasvika pavanokwanisa ku-assessa at the level that you're assessing?
Apa mukubvunza nini?
And ndikubvunza imi Manjadzi.
Yes, yes, yes. You know what? We need to educate our people honestly, because remember we've been let loose for a very long time, especially from the days of Morgan Tsvangirai and the whole MDC thing, regime change thing. We didn't know what it is. I myself was in my early teens, so we get lost, man. The whole country get lost, honestly speaking. So what we need is not force. We just need to educate our people. Like the country has established a place where we can learn the heritage, our history, and all that. Because now, you know what? Takafarira n'anga inobata amai. Like honestly, how can we listen to Morgan Tsvangirai speaking on national TV saying murukushaya sauti, mati mukushaya sauti toti then mushashaisisa chaizvo izvo. You know, at the end of the day, 2008 came in, and then the people were hungry. Then the whole country was like, no food in the shops and all that. How can somebody be so right and telling us that we're gonna go hungry? So it is those the same people who are bringing hunger into our family. So I'm going on the main points here. We just celebrated people who brought hunger to ourselves, like the same people like this Hope Chingono. He is the product of these people, like the people who just come up trying to change things around by force. And then yes, our people will change if we educate them, and we need to educate them, not force them. How do we do that? Is just a matter where that's the subject we need to discuss now. Like, how do we do this? But we are all beginning to see. I was thinking Hopu is one of the good guys, like one of the good journalists. But like I say, I've seen him from a distance that is wrong, and I was watching Simba reporting all the things, no, exposing Hopu Chungono. I could have just come out and say, you know what, Simba, I think you got something personal against him. Like both of them being like professional journalists, but I didn't do that. So I'm trying to come out today and tell you guys that, you know what, I'm one of the guys who have just realized that no, this is the right thing and this is wrong. So for Hopo Chungono, this is the end of the road for him, like this is the end of the rope for him. I'm one of the people who just realized he's one of these copycats, just copy and paste journalist guy type of guys, not benefiting from other guys works. I know what he do. This is not his first time to do all these things, man. He's been doing this copy paste thing for a very long time, and I don't want to touch on all those posts and the articles that he's been doing. That I can do that, but I don't want to go personal with him. It's better we take this on a broader level and we just educate the whole country. I don't know if I answer you, sister.
No, my brother, yeah, you really answered well, and I hope when the time comes, it will be great. As you know, we are now a generation of V11s. We are age mates, Well,
Yeah.
you're a little
Yeah.
younger than me,
Yes.
but
Yes.
my
Yes.
generation loves V11. So I think it might be part of that educating or informing our people, so they know who they are
Mm.
following blindly or lack thereof. Right, Simba, I'll give you back the
Yeah.
mic. Your sister is taking over here.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
no, good. You should have actually, yeah, because my system was kind of giving me problems. Yeah, I want to say that yeah, it took me a bit of time to understand what uh, what a lot of people had published, what Jeff Nyarota, his former boss, published in 2021, what the NHS expert Grace Mufurutsa published, which he lied, claiming that it's ZANU-PF, that she had been sent by ZANU-PF. By the way, Grace Mufurutsa is actually a Zimai contributor. So how does a Zimai contributor become a ZANU-PF person? I've sat down with Grace Mufurutsa. I've ate meals with Grace Mufurutsa. I'm on, and so how does Grace Mufurutsa become ZANU-PF? But the issues, the things that she made disclosures of in 2020, which also connected with those that the chief correspondent of Al Jazeera in the early 2000s had made disclosures over. Those
Yeah.
things have been fully collaborated with so many other sources, and they've been found. I mean, look, starting with the issue of his identity. Ndiani,
Mm.
anonzani, sabhuku wake ndiani. Those are basic
Mm.
things. Because hazvidhiletiki izvozvo manje, hazvichinjiki manje izvozvo. Kana zvakada
Mm.
kuzochinjwa, kana Simba Chikanza akuda kuzochinja kuti azoti aiwa sabhuku wangu
Yeah.
ndisabhuku Manyika, kana kuti sabhuku then you should say uri kuchinjirei.
Yeah.
Uri kuchinjirei.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ehe.
Pakaita.
Saka ndio paunozoona ipapo kuti aiwa we don't need to go far. Tinongoshanda nechi unonzi ani, who are you first. Wakarwa hondo here dzokuti une 3 maid. Dai taka age group yake dai akamboti ndakambopinda kuhondo, saka ndandine 3 my identity. But mukomana wacho mwana mudiki.
Yeah.
Anga ine 8 years. Hondo
Yeah.
payakapera. In actual fact, anga ine 6 years hondo payakapera, because hondo yakapera 78.
Mm.
Saka how come akawana upi 3 my idea? Mazita.
Britain.
Aiwa, akuti Zimbabwe ese.
Ameno pamwe British embassy ndo yakamubatsira kunowana ID yekuZimbabwe. I don't know how, but then iye anoti akachinja akati.
Hakuna British embassy. Izvo as I'm telling you, ndirimu I'm in an email list. Izvozvi so ne British
Yeah.
embassy. Mari iye, where I've been asking him over the last 2 months. Ari kutadza kupindura mubvunzo imomo. Ari kutadza kupindura. Ndinavo staff iyoyo, this staff member akamunyorera katsamba ikako waakavhara katsamba ikoko achinyepa kuti hanzi ndachida kusungwa nezano. Keith Scott ari imomo uye. Ari kutadza kupindura basic questions. Ndosaka muri kuona kuti right now he cannot repeat anymore that claim yekuti ndakaclearwa neBritish embassy.
Imbavha hope chimwe ingori mbavha mudaro. Inini madhiri evanhu vanoda kungoda kuti ngotirwisanisa nekutiparadzanisa zvamai manje hatisi kutonakirwa nawo. Muona nyaya ingoripo. Ndezvekuti tingoita kuti tiite chivake nyika yedu. So akamboti hanzi ndakachinja surname yangu because Rugoho here was surname baba. So I changed it to Chingono. What is really legal? Yes, it's really legal. But then if you change to the second time and then third time you keep changing, then it becomes suspicious also. And
But
the
even if it's really legal,
immigration violations, immigration violations. Sorry, my immigration.
Wakachinjira surname. Yeah, it's the first name iri kuchinjwa. It's surname.
Yes. Saka pane nyaya mukuru vanga vangomhanyawo nenyika vachiita zvakutoita vachitiza vachienda vakaenda but
Brother, my brother, Mambota he might be an agent, right? The only people that I know who actually change names for the sake of accomplishing a mission agents.
Anonymity, ne?
Anonymity, yeah. So you need to
Eh.
anonymity again from what? So I'm sticking with that agent.
But
Agent of who?
between you and me, inini
Arikutiza
nyika
muthuwati.
inozomuhayawo hope kuti nyika inozomuhaya kuti aite sabotage ka nyika iyoyo vanenge vachiti vari kuhaya ani because munhu ane 3 maid
Zvongodhipenda nokuti iye ada kuburisa ipi. Maybe iye anoburisa yaanenge achida pa that moment.
aiwa ka inini ndira kumboona hopo achimboitawo 1 passport kana id yeimwe nyika iyo ndopamuchaona ipapo because hakuna nyika ichamupa NID because vachada kubvunza kuti sei une 3 mazita.
I thought the guy is a British citizen.
Kwaniko kwani iripi citizenship yacho?
I don't know. That's what I thought.
Ngatiratidze.
Meno manjia meno iye anouya kuZimbabwe otudza kuti inini ndakatenga imba through Cabs Bank in 1990 what, and then the next thing is telling all they used to run from the country to go outside since Emerson Mnangagwa was claiming to be there until 2030. I don't really understand.
Dzokora ipapo. Can I tell you something? Anotaura nenyaya yeCabs. Yecabs iyoyo.
Akati he bought his house through Cabs Bank. That's what he said.
Right. Saka chinzwaika. Arudi akati sei? Akatenga through Cabs. Now, kana zvakadaro, sei akazochinja nyaya yachona? Handiti apa aitaura kuti hanzi ndakatenga through Cabs because the economy was good at that time. And he actually stated that there were no foreign proceeds. Remember? From Britain. How come after I pressed him inini, he changed? And at this time he started saying, of a truth, this was money from Britain, but it was a sports car loan.
A sports car loan?
Loan.
Oh, a sports car loan. Or what? Sports loan.
Sports car loan. Loan
okay.
50,000 sports car.
For him to buy a sports car. Oh yeah, he actually had that sports car. I know that one. I think I got a picture somewhere. Okay.
No, you know what he says. No, it wasn't just one sports car. He had so many cars during the period.
Yes.
But he claims that he exported a sports car that he got on loan from the UK to Zimbabwe. That was worth 50,000. That he then says he sold that sports car for 50,000 and then bought his first home for 50,000 British pounds. And he says, do you realize what 50,000 did for me? 50,000 pounds. So that clearly shows you that the money, he says, look, this made me buy my first home. He says, look, you get me. And so that clearly shows you that his first home was truly financed from what? From proceeds from the UK, not proceeds from Cabs.
Okay, yeah. That's what I said, most about hope. With the hope, you don't want to go.
If he exported, if he exported a car from the UK worth 50,000, automatically that tells you that that car he illegally exported it because the car didn't belong to him.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's, even at that level, he would have committed an offense, an immigration offense, smuggling a car, right? And another one of theft, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Of a car that doesn't belong to him, even at that level.
Yeah.
But then you should ask him, which company gave you the 50,000 sports car loan? Because we want to call that company
and confirm.
We want to check the figures. And even if that company was closed, guess what? Records of loans in the UK, they are not deleted. They are not deleted. No. So we will still find out.
I think my
Takuda
host is
Yes.
having
kutenga iri loan
network issues.
zveshuwa
And
here
that's
kana
why
kuti
Simba
dzanga
is
dziri
coming
dzine
back.
mari.
The points that he brings up. I mean, this is a man who clearly, um, he's really challenges our intelligence. you know, and sometimes he
Yeah.
actually tells us openly as Zimbabweans, like this loan issue. I'm based in the U.S., so if I went and took a credit to buy a sports car worth 50,000 US dollars, I would be smuggling that car if I brought that car into Zimbabwe and sell it. The proceeds from that sale, it's actually illegal. So Hopo just he publicly, he is actually saying yes to fraud, but it's also we don't question. He's telling us clearly, Simba,
Mm,
just like he told us with the immigration issue. Yeah,
Mm.
Felicitas
mm,
Mrata, so he's clearly telling us, but I think, like you said, it's the education piece. We have to educate our people because it does not make sense at all. And then the flip
Mm.
flopping, could that maybe my multiple personalities and Simba?
Yeah,
Maybe
it could be. The
maybe
guy
with the
got
other
three
Ah,
identities, so
aiwa
that
ka
could possibly.
makuda kutsvaga chirungu
the
pane
other
pane zvinhu zviri
personality will
simple.
be talking to the
Eh,
other one. The other one forgets.
Mm,
vanotsvaga chirungu. Ma-split personalities aya baba.
mm, mm,
But yeah, I mean, we're making sense now when we begin to dig up all these things about hope working on. And the more we dig them up, then we realize that it's just a flop, it's just like a fake, a copycat, like I said. So I don't want to go deeper myself. I know I can say a lot, but I don't want to for some reasons. But I've been in the shadows for a while, so yeah,
mm.
that's just what I
No, no,
have to say for
you know
now.
what?
Probably,
There's a
yeah.
the man is clearly not who he says he is.
No, he's
There's no
not.
doubt about it. There's something.
Yeah.
You know what? You can talk politics. I don't think this has got
Mm,
anything to do with politics. I don't think Hopewell
mm,
willfully wants to attack politicians or smear people. No.
mm.
What from the
Who's
evidence I
forcing?
have, from the data I have,
Mm,
Hopewell is achieving something through these rapid conversations that he keeps throwing. And that
okay.
thing we call it laundering. It's hiding something. So he
Uh,
throws Macron, he can throw political talk. Munangagwa
uh,
easy, wicked, wicked
uh,
he be. The whole
yes.
day it will be Munangagwa and Tagwire. Tomorrow morning it will be Chamisa. Chamisa did this.
Mm,
Now, if
mm,
Chamisa did those things, then that's fine. If Munangagwa did those things, that is fair comment,
mm,
right? But then if
mm,
the agenda is not to tell or to identify any wrongdoing, but to
mm,
exaggerate wrongdoing, to exaggerate conversations for a purpose of achieving or diverting from evidence of financial discrepancy
mm,
or identity discrepancies, okay?
mm.
Then we will say that this has got nothing to do with politics. There's something else, what? That this man is achieving.
Yes, for sure.
Ameno kana zvakclear.
Izvi zvikumeka sense zvikunzwika zvamukutaura mukuru.
Saka ndakuti inini ka munhu anonzi hopo ching'onoka,
Mm,
he is someone else. There's something else that he is achieving, which is not what he claims he is doing. And he is someone who
handiti ndakuudzai kuti mukomana iterrorist here mda.
mm,
Ndakuudzai kuti mukomana uyu iterrorist munhu uyu. Munhu uyu makatomusekerera achitenderera nepasi rese achizviita ngani mukuona kuti he is busy globe trotting.
mm.
Who finances those trips?
Can I
Oppo
tell you
is,
can I tell you
yeah,
something? You know
yeah,
what shocks me? I don't know, I
yeah.
don't want to use strong terms like the one that you've just used, but I want to tell you something. Do you know how
Mm,
determined Hopewell is to achieve whatever he wants? If
I
you
don't think I know.
if a 17-year-old,
Mm,
you learned, I think you went to school in Zimbabwe.
mm,
Did you ever see a 17-year-old who harasses their own headmaster until that headmaster ends up resigning?
No, not in Zimbabwe.
That's Hopewell. He did that.
Did he do that at 17?
Yes.
Okay. At 17, yeah. At Marlborough High.
School.
Okay.
He harassed his own headmaster by accusing his headmaster of what he himself had done. Did you hear me?
I did hear you.
Accused the headmaster of
The
corruption.
headmaster of what he himself did.
Of what iye Hopewell corruption yaangaita iye. Ndakupa imafaira ka.
Yeah, but I think just jog my memory. I think I heard that. I heard about that man somewhere from you. If it's not, what did he do? Give me a hint, please. Then I might take it from there.
Hopewell accused Mr. Harrison Chuare of corruption, the headmaster of Marlborough, who had brought Hopewell into Marlborough High School.
Yeah.
On a lie by Hopewell that despite his poor O levels, he would lift the school's sports status because he plays basketball when he couldn't even bounce the ball. When he couldn't even bounce the ball. Right? Because Hopewell, when he came from Fletcher High to Marlborough, by the way, you know what? I was there at Marlborough at that time, just so that you know. So that's how much I know. Unfortunately, at that time, I did not do enough study because Hopewell was not a journalist. He was not. Do you get me? But I was there physically. I used to stay in Mayborough at that time.
All right. Yes.
Yes. And then my family members were there inside the school, the same stream as Hopewell. Same classroom.
So tell me about the threat now. How did he threaten the headmaster now?
So what he did was he started accusing the headmaster of corruption, saying that you have stolen money, you have done this, you have done, and then he started getting Mama students. The same thing that he's doing on social media right now. He started doing it on Mr. Chuare. At one time, even traveling to Harare, to Ministry of Education.
Oh yeah, to report those things.
Yeah. If you understand,
like who was Minister of Education? Probably it was Mr. Chigweda. I don't know, maybe before him.
I think it was Mtumbuka. I think it was Mazamini Mtumbuka.
Mtumbuka, all those days, or way back.
I think so.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. So
guy's crazy, man.
So what I'm saying is, guys, when you see a 17-year-old who has such determination, it should tell you something about someone's what? Up.
Mindset.
Up.
Mindset.
Yeah. Munhu anoda kuchallenge headmaster akakupinza chikoro changa usinga qualify.
Yeah, especially at that age, like at 17, threaten your headmaster, man. That's unthinkable, especially in Zimbabwe. Yeah. But akamupinza sei headmaster wacho?
Akamupinza kabhozi iye akamuvhara. Akamuvhara akabata ayo mudhara. Inini handina zvangu kupasa O level zvangu but mangondipinza ndichasumudzira ndosumudza ona ndakareba akareba kahopo.
Ndotamba basketball. But then he couldn't even bounce the ball. Jeez, man. No, the guy is crazy, man. No, Mr. Mr. Simbachikanza, I thank you so much, man. I think we can take it from here another time.
Brother. Absolutely. No, you know what? It's important. Anzizivai vanhu kubva kwavakabva. Handiti. Musajambe kubva mati munhu wesango uya makutoti ngadai. Zivai munhu uyu kubva kwavavanhu.
Zivai munhu wenyu. Zvamai manje inini ndakatobukana naHope big time zvekutoti handisi tomboda muona.
Saka zvese zvaari kuita kuvanhu izvozvo kwakuarasa vanhu kuita sei kuita bully vanhu handitika. Don't take it to heart. because these are things that he did when he was 17 to his own
Yeah.
headmaster.
It's in his bones, man.
To his own headmaster.
Yeah.
Ameno make sense.
All right. Yeah. Zvikumeka sense.
Akabva ipapo paakazoenda kubritain manje 94 pane umambara
ndopaangaona scholarship yacho yaichemera mhene zvakaiwana sei, probably akatraina nasambody.
aiwa anga asina scholarship in 1994.
Angasine
munhu akaenda muna 1994 kubritain haasi hopo chimono, munhu anonzi hopo mukusha. Munhu iyeye anga asina scholarship, changa chirimbo richi changa riri rimwe boys rimwe rearia handitika.
Okay.
Ipapa pa 94 apa munhu ikoyo pane mari dzaakaita sei dzaakaamasa apa pa 94 dzaakaunganidza ipapapa kusvika pa 2001 2002.
Okay.
Mukomana kabva sei vazodzokera kuZimbabwe ane cash
mari mcha
ndo anozwa kuti kana uine cash kuZimbabwe unoenda zvinhu zvakawanda chitupa chinochinjika kuZimbabwe.
Yes, especially those years.
Akabva apinda mukompyuta akachinja mazita.
Okay.
Akabva azoaplya. By that time, guess what? Chigunwe ichi changa chisiri mukompyuta ichi. You can Google this, by the way. Mu-UK vanhu vakaaplya mavisa. Did you hear me? Kusvika 2009 2009 zvigunwe izvi hazvimo mukompyuta.
There's no thumbprint in those computers for
macomputers chigunwe chakazotanga kutorwa 2009 2010.
Okay.
Saka paperiod ingai mukompyuta hamuna marecords aya esaya. Vana hopo vese ava nemamwe mazita akasiyana havamo. Saka munhu anozodzokera kubritain 2005 2006 handitika. Anonzi hopo rugowo chikono manje se different hopo. Ameno kana zvikumeka
aiwa zvikumeka sense, kutomeka sense zvakanaka wani. It's frozen. Freezer network apo. Network yenyu yafreezer mdara. Your network is frozen. Network is frozen. Network is frozen. Network is frozen. Where's my thing? What's this? Mr. Chikanza, your network is frozen. I cannot hear you now.
Sorry, can you hear me now? I think ngatichikata izvedu inenge yakuya network yangu inenge yatomboita machallenges here. Azvadzi Comfort, do you want to have any closing remarks? Muchiripo.
Ndiripo, thank you, my brother, for contributing. I came a little bit later. I didn't get your name, but that's okay. Simba, thank you. Aluta, continue. I think for us to see a better Zimbabwe, we must be a people who enjoy information gathering. In my closing, I will say Zimbabwe will never be a colony again. We do not want colonizers that look different from the original ones. And I will give reference to if we do not take care of Makava Madiki, we don't want another Idi Amin in my generation. And I stand by that. I love my country. I want to see Zimbabwe, going on the African platform as the breadbasket that it was. But pakati pedu tine vatengesi who are posing as if they have the interests of the people of Zimbabwe. But because it's Novaziva, Nemabasa Avo, we know who they are. So that is my only conviction. So thank you so much, Simba. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Great, connecting with you all, and I'm hoping that people have obtained one or two things. Brother, ngatibatane ku inbox upo. Come to WhatsApp. I think you've got my WhatsApp number. And 4474268633301.
Let me save it
And
again, Mr. Chikan. Let me just get my phone here. Okay. How do we? Okay. It's all what?
Yeah, +44.
Yeah.
742 686
1042
3301.
68.
Sorry, +44 742 686 3301.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome, folks. Let's catch up soon. Thank you so much, Comfort and Jadzi. Let's catch up soon, folks. Thank you.
Bye bye. Have a good night.
Thank you, folks. Yeah.